The Millennium Falcon is one of the most iconic vessels in Star Wars, and one of the most recognizable ships in science fiction. Its asymmetrical cockpit, disc-shaped hull, and exposed hardware reflect a design built for performance, not appearance. Since its debut in 1977, its visual language has remained consistent, influencing generations of sci-fi spacecraft. The ship has survived direct engagements with Imperial-class star destroyers, asteroid field navigation, and deep space pursuit. Its visual damage and irregular upgrades tell a story of engineering under pressure. This breakdown will follow the technical evolution of the Falcon, from its origin as a Corellian cargo platform to its final configuration as a Resistance-era legacy vessel. For a full internal schematic and layout breakdown, refer to the deck-by-deck analysis linked in the description. The vessel was manufactured by the Corellian Engineering Corporation under the YT-1300F model line, a class of modular, mid-sized light freighters designed for independent cargo transport. The base platform featured twin sublight drive nacelles, a centralized cylindrical spine, and a Class II hyperdrive unit. The offset cockpit was mounted starboard to improve forward docking alignment and reduce collision risk during cargo transfer. The stock configuration lacked both defensive weapons and combat-grade shielding, but internal routing was intentionally open-ended to allow for easy system expansion and third-party retrofits. As a result, the ship could fly at a maximum speed of 1,200 kilometers per hour within planetary atmospheres and accelerate up to 3,000 g in space, nearly twice as fast as most warships of the Galactic Empire. The earliest known appearance of this vessel within canon occurs during Revenge of the Sith, where a YT-1300F matching its profile is seen docking at the Senate building. This cameo, while brief, places the platform firmly within pre-Empire logistical infrastructure. Prior to its conversion into a combat-capable freighter, the vessel underwent a full luxury retrofit under the ownership of Lando. During this period, the hull was maintained in pristine condition, featuring a high-contrast white and cobalt blue exterior finish. The interior was optimized for comfort rather than utility. Amenities included private crew quarters, a recreational lounge, an onboard bar, and a tuned Navi computer operating with support from an embedded droid matrix, specifically L337. The interior also included a kitchen area designed for preparing meals during long journeys, as well as a bunk bed that provided a compact yet comfortable sleeping space for the crew. This setup made the ship not just functional but also livable, balancing work and relaxation. One of the most distinctive features during this period was the escape pod, located between the forward mandibles. This modular pod was used for emergency evacuations and added a streamlined look to the ship's profile. Although built as a freighter, the vessel was treated more as a long-range personal transport. Its modular design, however, remained intact, allowing for the next phase of refit to focus entirely on tactical survivability and performance enhancement. During the Falcon's time in the possession of the smuggler Lando Calrissian, it accumulated numerous modifications in the name of convenience and luxury. Under Solo's ownership, the ship was transformed into a survival platform. The escape pod was removed, leaving the mandibles open. The hyperdrive was replaced with a Class Yo.5 unit, illegally sourced and highly unstable, but capable of outpacing most military drives in the galaxy. Weapon systems were added, including twin quad laser turrets mounted dorsally and ventrally for 360-degree defense. Missile ports were installed beneath the hull. The hull itself was reinforced with salvaged armor plating, and power was rerouted to new shield generators for additional protection. Smuggler compartments were built beneath the floor, lined with anti-sensor mesh to avoid detection during scans. These were accessed manually, bypassing the main control systems. Cosmetic features were stripped from the interior. Wall panels were removed. Cabling was exposed. All changes prioritized function over form, making the ship fast, responsive, and built to take a hit. This version of the YT-1300F became one of the most recognized vessels in the Outer Rim. Not because it was clean, but because it always made it out alive. Let's take a quick look inside the Falcon, a ship defined by compact design and functional customization. The Millennium Falcon's interior is a mix of engineering efficiency and personal modification, reflecting the needs of every crew that's called it home. Starting near the cockpit, you'll find the anti-concussion field generator, followed by the number 2 hold and forward hold, which also includes the forward airlock. Just behind the cockpit lies the main hold, the central hub of day-to-day activity. On the main hold is the bulk, engineering station, and holographic display. It also features a circular seating booth for crew and passengers. The galley is positioned nearby, tucked into the curved bulkhead, with the sensor array positioned close by. Further aft are the crew quarters, followed by a compact refresher, the ship's only restroom. Depending on the schematic, this can be positioned on either the port or starboard side. At the rear is the engineering room, which houses the hyperdrive, fuel pump, engine room, sublight engines, and escape pod access. At the center is the heavy laser turret and the Quad-X power core, positioned for optimal balance and accessibility. Close by is the secondary hold, used mainly for spare parts and cargo storage. It's adjacent to the hidden compartments built into the deck plating. On the starboard side, the main corridor, boarding ramp, and hydraulic system are located. The interior of the Millennium Falcon is compact yet functional, combining critical engineering elements with practical living spaces. The layout supports both day-to-day life and combat scenarios, reflecting the ship's dual role as a freighter and a versatile battlecraft. The Millennium Falcon measures about 35 meters long, or roughly 114 feet, 26 meters wide, or 84 feet, and stands 8 meters tall, which is just over 26 feet. Over the next 3 decades, the ship fell out of Solo's hands and was stolen by a succession of criminals and thieves. It eventually ended up in the possession of Unkar Plutt, a trader based on Jakku, a remote desert world in the western reaches. In 34 ABY, the vessel was taken by Rey, along with Finn and BB-8. They used the ship to escape First Order patrols and reconnect with the Resistance. It was soon reunited with Han Solo and Chewbacca. Rey and Chewbacca kept the ship flight ready. System repairs were constant. Stabilizers were replaced. Wiring was patched. The hyperdrive required manual resets, but remained operational. The Millennium Falcon remains one of the most enduring and iconic ships in the Star Wars universe, not just because of its performance, but because of its history and the characters who have called it home. Throughout its lifetime, the ship played a critical role in major events. It carried Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker to Alderaan. It rescued Princess Leia from Imperial detention. It helped disable the second Death Star at the Battle of Endor. One of its most unconventional tactics came during The Empire Strikes Back, when it magnetically coupled to the hull of a Star Destroyer to evade sensor detection, a maneuver no standard capital vessel could perform. At the Battle of Yavin, it rejoined the fight in time to fire on Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, giving Luke the chance to destroy the Death Star. Overall, the Millennium Falcon's combination of speed, versatility, iconic design, and deep character connections contribute to its legendary status in the Star Wars saga. It is known galaxy-wide as the fastest hunk of junk, even as it continued to outfly everything else in the sky. The Millennium Falcon isn't just a ship. It's a constant throughout every era of the Star Wars saga. From Lando Calrissian and Han Solo, to Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan Kenobi, C-3PO, and R2-D2, to later generations like Finn, BB-8, and Rey. The ship carried some of the most important figures in galactic history. It's been there for rescues, escapes, final battles, and reunions. From helping destroy the first Death Star at the Battle of Yavin to playing a crucial role at the Battle of Endor, the Falcon has proven time and again that it's more than just a freighter. It's a symbol of hope and resilience. The Falcon has remained incredibly popular for nearly 5 decades since its debut in 1977's Star Wars. Its iconic design and role in the franchise have made it a beloved symbol of Star Wars, and it will continue to be for decades to come. What are your thoughts on the Millennium Falcon? Is it the greatest ship in Star Wars history, or just the scrappiest survivor? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.